And this is a competitive game where players are going to be using area control as well as bidding and bluffing in order to try and score the most victory points. Because in this game, there is a type of resource that has crashed down from the sky, and this is known as Starfall. And players are going to be trying to collect these because each one of these is going to be worth victory points at the end of the game. And this special resource is going to be appearing in limited quantities in specific regions of the board. But players aren't going to know exactly which regions these are going to be because this is all going to be determined randomly by a draw of a card. There's going to be one card that appears at the start of the game that's going to be visible to all players, and of course that's going to reveal one of those regions, but then there's going to be a card associated with every single round, and those aren't going to be revealed until that round, so players won't know where that region is until they either get to that round or if they use a special action to peek at that card. But that's not the only card that's going to be revealed each round, because there's also another card associated with each round known as a goal card. You'll be able to use your abilities to peek at this one as well, but of course if you're able to fulfill the requirements of that card at the moment that it's revealed, then you're going to get some special bonuses. And the way that this game works is that each player is going to be starting the game with some starting resources as well as a player screen, and then they're also going to have a fleet of ships, with some of those ships being numbered from 1 to 10. The numbers represent the amount of influence that a ship has, and you're going to be trying to get those ships out onto the main board in the different regions, because whoever has the most influence at the end of the round is going to be gaining the main benefit of that region. And of course, if there is a Starfall resource there, then if you have the most influence, you're going to be the one gaining that victory point. But this game plays over a set number of rounds, with players taking turns paying resources in order to perform an action. And like I said, one of those actions is to peek at one of the hidden cards. This is going to let you know either the next region where a Starfall is going to be located, or let you know the objective for that round. And of course, if you look at this, you're going to have that full information. Then the other players might be able to infer what information you gathered based on the actions that you perform. So this could work for or against you, because it also gives you the opportunity to bluff. Because another action you can do is to place out your various ships in order to gain influence in those different regions. And you have two types of ships. You have your main ships that are going to be numbered from 1 to 10, and these numbers are hidden on the bottom of your ship and aren't revealed until the end of the round. But then you're going to have your secondary ships, which just add one more influence to that region. You're also less limited when it comes to putting these ships out, so they are sometimes the better strategy. But another thing players can do is to build various buildings, and you're actually going to be building these between the different regions, and this is going to give you bonuses in any of the regions that that space is connected to. So one of the buildings you can build is a fortress, which is going to give you one extra control for each region that it's connected to. And the other building is the market, which works exactly the same way, but instead of giving you extra influence, it's going to give you extra resource generation in each of the connected regions. At the end of the round, the secret objective for that round will then be revealed, granting any bonuses to the players that were able to fulfill it. And then you're going to be resolving each of the locations to determine who has the most influence there. Then that person is going to be getting the main bonus, while the other players get a secondary bonus, or maybe nothing at all. At this point, all the ships return to the players, but any buildings remain in play, and the rounds continue like this until the end of the final round, and then the player with the most victory points is going to win the game. And if you are interested in this one, I do recommend checking out the campaign, because almost every single component is going to be upgraded and deluxified, which you're not going to be able to get in the retail version. And this one does go the extra mile, because each of those ships are going to have a magnet in them, which allows them to connect to an influence token when you go to put that ship out on the main board. As always, if you're interested in this, I have links in the description below.